Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So, as usual, we're starting off with EUR-USD, and we are still consolidating. We do have the job number today, as well as non-farm payrolls tomorrow. So, I suspect we're probably going to hover in this sector until we get that noise out the way. For me, we have a wedge in play, so that's basically a bull flag that's in play. My oscillators are grouped down to the bottom quite nicely on the 8 hour. And we're at a major level here, which is 119.937. I don't foresee us doing anything today or tomorrow until the data comes out. So this boom, big down, big up, big down, big confusion is going to continue. We're probably going to just range around in this area somewhat for the next couple of days. So that is still on the side for me. US Japanese yen, pretty much the same scenario. This blue line, remember yesterday I pointed this out, this is a weekly trend line. We are above it, and we're looking for a weekly close above it. If we can get a weekly close above it, which would be the second weekly close above it, you can see we had one last week, that would indicate that we have potential for more upside. So a bit of a confusing situation on the dollar at the moment. Are we going to continue with weakness, or are we going to continue with dollar strength? And that's kind of the situation we have. And I suspect we're probably going to, we'll break out this triangle either today or tomorrow, but then we're just going to sort of form a range, something like that, until such time that we have the noise out the way. We do have a gap, a daily gap that formed down here at 109.170, and I don't think we do have a little gap further down here as well, and that one is at 109.072. So I suspect we'll probably sort of hover in the bottom area of this until the noise comes out and we'll figure out what to do. So that's another one that is sit on the sides for me. So Asia back from their holidays, and you can see immediately from on the 8 hour, lots of tails on the upside here and big tail on the downside. So I suspect we are trying to push higher. That's really what it looks like, but ultimately we are still sideways. And you can see there is perfect example of barbed wire. Tails the upside, tails the downside, big up, big down, big confusion. And you can see even the opening session up and then down. So we do have a little bit of a gap down here. Let's put a level on it. There's a gap here, a little gap up there as well. So 151,800. I suspect we probably come and close that gap. For all intents and purposes, the trend is up. It's just very volatile. You can see these big moves up, big moves down, big moves up. So extremely volatile. And if I just move across to the daily, you'll see pin bar, pin bar, pin bar down, pin bar up. That just indicates confusion. I think whatever they're waiting for on the pound, I think we need to wait for, and just wait for some structure on that. At the moment, that's also sit on hands. Euro British pound. So we were waiting for a pretty big inverse head and shoulders breakout, and we are now back down, testing this breakout here at 0.86400. We are below it. So I'm not going to take that as gospel just yet. And we also have a grouping of the oscillators to the downside. So another consolidation, and the consolidation is pretty big. There it is there. So we've had a straight up and consolidating. We've been consolidating for quite some time now. So the probability of us breaking up is equal to the probability of us breaking down. I think at the moment this is another one which is going to get me sitting quietly on the sides and waiting for some structure. So yesterday was nothing really to write home about. The day before there was a pretty big opportunity to sell into, but yesterday there's nothing. Look at the oscillators grouping the upside again. I suspect that if we hold 0.86400, we should see another leg down, which would indicate a move to the downside. Quite a bit of support here, and will be a little bit of support just below it over there. And I think that's pretty much what, a little bit more further down, something like that. So if you look at where price is at the moment, price is slap bang in the middle of all of that. So if we break below that, we'll probably head towards 0.86. I think that's the logical choice here. So big trend down, sideways. The most probable direction is down. So that, you know, break down, and then you've got the height of the range first, and then look to the left for opportunities. I think this is of the four I'm looking at. This is probably still the best one. People still waiting for the head and shoulders to play out, so there will be stops down here which people are chasing as well. So that's kind of my view at the moment. This is probably a fairly good opportunity for London breakout strategy. So wait for the first 7 1-hour bars, draw your range around them, you break to the upside, you're trading to the upside, looking for your first resistance area, or alternatively the height of that range, that opening range. You break the downside, then I would suspect this will hold up price a little bit, which is 0.86247. But through that, get through that and retest, then it is fairly clear to the downside. I think the next bit of support is going to be down here at 0.85952. So that's kind of the view that we've got on the 1 hour. But this inside bar and this hammer here, that is kind of a bullish pattern forming straight out of an area of support. So 50-50 call. But anyway, I'm sitting on the sidelines with Forex. Wait and see what transpires over the next couple of days, and we'll get onto the indexes and see what we can find there. Anyway, that's it for me today. I hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.